Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be kind of talking about how to flank and what a flanker is. If I sound a little weird, I'm sorry, my allergies are kicking my ass. And yeah, I might have to pause the audio to sneeze a couple times, but besides that, we're going to be talking about flanks. So, what is a flanker to begin with? A flanker is its own class, but in my opinion, it's basically just a sub role to the DPS. I think what a flanker is basically just a DPS who is very good at confirming kills and just has high mobility for the most part. For example, Mave, Eevee, they're really high mobility, but they're really good. I'm gonna say Eevee's the best DPS, but Mave for sure right now is. And Mave and Lex, you can kind of play them like a backline and then go in when you need to. But as a flanker, you're not supposed to always be behind the enemy. You kind of just need to be where you need to be, right? Wherever you impact the fight the most is where you need to be. So, for example, if you need more help on the front line, you need to harass the tanks more. If there's a DPS harassing, your team too much, you need to deal with them. Stuff like that. I'm gonna pause it real quick so I can just explain it before I actually get into the game part. What else? If your support needs a little bit more help, he's getting flanked too much, you can play as an anti-flanker, There's a lot of jobs you can do as a flanker. It's not always just, I'm picking Mave and I'm diving their backline and diving and diving and diving. Because if you do that, you become predictable. And also, if they have somebody who's good with dealing with a flanker, you might just end up feeding. And that's a big no-no. So, start off right now. You see me check this. I'm going toward what in, I guess, the competitive scene, at least in NA, because I know they call it differently in EU, but it's called lava. This little area right here, because there's a lava waterfall. I'm going to this area, but I'm not dismounting. One, because if I'm able to, I would love to rotate with my mount all the way into their backline. You never want to give up your mount, especially as a flank, because it's the best mobility in the game, because it's fast and you have 3P, which is third person. And you can really abuse that. So if you don't have to give it your amount, if it's not necessary, don't give it up. There's just no point. So I'm using my mount to see what's there. I see two people. I'll let my Ash know, as you can see in the top left. I called it out. That there's people meeting us. I'm going to play a little slower. Let Ash engage first and then follow up on her. Ash engages. I come back in. Help her out. So right now I'm just spamming the Nanda, holding him back. Okay, let me go back a little bit because my decision was really fast. So, am I helping? Boom. So, as you can see right here in the... that's way too small. Holy shit. But as you can see, right? The support's half HP. Right? He's half HP and he just used Slither, which means he doesn't have his escape. So, I have all my cooldowns. So, even if I dive in and I feel like it's not a good idea to pursue him, I can use my resets and dive immediately out, which wouldn't be the most optimal because then I don't have nothing, but I'm still with my Ash, so I'm not in that much danger. So the fact that I see this happen right now, that I'm using his cooldowns half HP, I know that there is a high chance that I can kill the support, so I instantly react and I go straight for him, which I end up doing. I hit both my damage jam daggers and he dies. But so that's why I made this decision here. So I could have helped my Ash with that fight, which we would have killed the Ruckus. But by me instantly diving and killing the support, as long as we stay healthy, we instantly win this fight. So I've already impacted the fight enough to where we win it. Right? So let's see where I go from here. So right now, I feel like if I didn't see these in there, I might have kept harassing the backline. But I think me seeing this in there is gonna pull me back. So I really don't have to do much more since I've already won the fight for my team. Right now, the main tank's gonna die, or he needs to pull back because he's not gonna be getting healed, and we will be able to take some space. So right now, I see my Ash needs help, so I'm gonna go dive back onto my Ash to help him out. Get the Ruckus low, kill the Ruckus, poke out the Xin. Right here, I forget that I have a Genos, and I peek for heals, not knowing he can just heal me through the wall. But so be aware of that, because if the Leon was looking, she could have killed me. So I was looking at my screen and I noticed that they have 2 down and the Leon's low. So I told my Ash to be aggressive here because we can continue to stagger. I hit him with 1 dagger. I know I can hit him with the next. Kill him there. Now, as a flanker, we won the team fight, right? We have 39%. If they get through the zone, they can get a retouch. So my job here is going to be to zone. My Ash is pretty effective at holding low ground, and since I'm already on high ground, I can just hold this by myself. So I might upper kill the Damba. Right here, I have a choice to either dive the Damba and get the kill on him, or I can just straight on fight the Ruckus. I was gonna dive the Damba, but as I rounded this corner, I didn't know if he went into shop or in the corner, and I didn't want to waste my dash not knowing where he went. I just kind of played it safe and just helped my Ash and just poked him out, because I don't want to go in and end up dying or getting punished, because at the end of the day, we need this zone and we need it bad, right? So I rather stick up top and make sure I dismount him and don't let nobody touch, rather than going for a possible kill on a healer that's not in the area that I guess that he's in. So right there, okay, let's go back to that. I am a flank. That is a tank. Can you pause when I want you to pause? God damn. Okay, so I am a flank. That is a tank. Ruckus should, with all his CDs, he will win this fight. With all his CDs, and if he tracks me correctly, which he's a good Ruckus, so he will win that fight. I'm not winning that fight if he has a mid up. As long as I only have record 1, I think. So there's no value in me trying to win this fight when I can just wait for him to look somewhere else and jump back up. So I poke him a little bit, and my tank left, so I just leave as well. He can have high ground. I can come back immediately whenever he's not looking at me. There's no point in me fighting that fight, you know, and end up dying for it and having to reset. So the Leon was called back, so I pulled back to see if I can get some shots into the Leon and get a pick there and just continue to stagger. We kill Leon. It's 5v4. It's 5v3 actually. Zin's been dead. So now we have the advantage. They have no DPS on us, so we can play really aggressive other than the Ruckus. I'm playing aggressive onto the Dom. I was hoping somebody else would shoot him so we can kill him. But he gets away. Right now we could play really aggressive. So as a player, especially a flank, because you need to be aware of the whole game to be able to get max value. Always be aware of who's alive and who's dead. Because if I was more aware, I would have known that they were dead, and I would have played way more aggressive. Because there's nobody who can really deal with me on the enemy team at the moment. As you can see, I look up here. The reason I do that is because I was keeping an eye on the respawn indicator, or whatever you want to call it. And I let my Ash know that Leon is respawning. I can't go through this door. Because as soon as she gets onto that furnace, I can't help her. Because I'm going to get hit with every auto aim in the game and a Q, and I'm going to die. So I let my Ash know that I'm going to play slow for now while we push the cart because of the risk of the Leon. Another thing I can do is I have 2 options. I can play slow because of the Leon, or since we have 2 minutes, I can pop my ult and we can engage, right? So we can pop my ult. Leon will probably back off with a dash or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. He can get out of his billow. But with that ult, we can ignore her and go for somebody that's pushed up farther, like a tank or something. So I have 2 plays there. I have play slow or I have play aggro. It's up to you to make that decision. I feel like playing aggro would have been the better decision here. But I guess I didn't notice I had my ult. So by playing aggressive, I probably saved my Ash, right? So playing aggressive was definitely the play. You know, they wouldn't be able to see her. They wouldn't put that much damage into her, and we would have made some plays. But now we're down 1, and now we gotta play slow. Like I said earlier, I shouldn't really win that fight. If I would have stayed up there a second longer, I probably would have killed him because of my DR and stuff like that. I think the Leon scared me down though. So I retake high ground. So right now, it's even, right? But the Leon's very low, right? So in my mind, Leon's gonna be falling back, or at least falling back to a position where she feels safe. So instead of letting her just fall back, and get re-healed, I'm gonna pop my ult here to keep the pressure on her, to stop Damba from healing. He'll be forced to Silver to be able to heal, and to just keep the pressure on them, so we're always on the upper hand. We always have the upper hand. And I'm just poking, waiting for my team to make some make their presence known. Heard that the victor was getting dove, so I peeled back for him, killed him. We're up 1. I'm gonna continue to create pressure. I didn't feel comfortable full on diving into this because I didn't know where my Ashe was, and I felt like Leon's in would just tear me apart if I overstayed my welcome. So I just poked a little bit, backed up, forced out his some cooldowns, and kept poking. Ashe with a huge ult into the Damba, and then I let her know that Zin's still back there. But yeah, so right now we're kind of just snowballing. That was good peel by my Ashe. I would have died there, and we won the round. Easy peasy. All right. Alright, so as you can see so far from that round, as a flanker, I wasn't always in their backline. It seemed like I was a lot. This round will actually show you a different playstyle because of what the enemy does. But I was playing really aggressive into their backline because they didn't really, have, I guess, the awareness to really deal with me. And my Ashe was doing a phenomenal job. So, like I said, the flanker, they're not only meant for just being like in the backline and getting kills. As long as you're being a distraction and you're making them commit resources into you, you're doing your job. So don't feel like just because somebody in chat's spamming, oh, kill the Strix. If Strix is looking at you 90% of the game, you're doing your job, because that means he's not shooting your tanks and he's not shooting your support. Can I pause the spacebar? I can. Okay, let me go back 10 seconds. This is really important. Oh, lit. Okay, so we're going to go left side, and this is where I'm going to show you the other playstyle of a flank. So we go left, we go left, we go left. Bam. I'm just spamming it out. I'm expecting them to meet us here this time, right? But nobody comes. So instantly in my head, it clicks, right? If there are 5 people, I'm assuming that 2, Leon and Damba, are playing up top. So that's 2 people here, right? I'm assuming the Nando is on point. So that's 1 person here, right? So we're missing Zin and Ruckus. What could that mean? That might mean that we either have 2 in Quarry, 2 behind this corner, or we have 2 here. So that's basically 3 in main, right? So since there's nothing here, my brain instantly tells me I need to help Barrack because they're about to run our Barrack down, right? So this is the other playstyle that you can have as a flank. It doesn't always have to be aggressive. You can peel for other teammates, even if they're tanks. As soon as I notice that, I look straight to him. What's happening? He's getting hard dove by the Zin and the Nando. We kill the Zin. I'm looking at Nando. So now, after I've helped relieve pressure from my Barrack by killing the Zin, I realized that Ruckus was hiding on the corner because I didn't see him main. So what I do from here, I dive instantly to go help my Ashe. Sadly, the Ruckus gets out, but that's explaining another playstyle. You don't always have to be the aggressor. You can you can help your team as well as a flanker, and you're damn good at it, to be honest. So we force out Nando ult. We almost have my ult. So this is an example of not getting kills per se, but getting value. So I know where the support is. I didn't expect the Zin to be up here. Maybe I should have fought the Zin instead of looking for the Damba kill, because I could have probably killed Zin and then Damba. But I prowled the support for some reason. I don't know. But basically, I dived their backline, right? And just watch how many people I pull back. 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 people looking at me right now. And yes, I died, but what does that mean for them? That they've given up map control that they need to retake. So even though I died, I still got some type of value. Was this the value I was looking for? Not necessarily. I really wish I would have killed the Dom or the Zin. At least take one with me. But I made them give up map control. And as little as that sounds, like we still have Barrico. We have my ult when we come back. We'll have Genos ult soon. We're gonna have ults to deal with their aggressive push. And especially with Zin committing cooldowns to, get deeper into his backline, which makes no sense. So right now we're just holding ground. I remember in this game, Ashe was screaming for Barrick to ult so she could sit and bubble and not die. And Barrick wasn't having it. So we lost 2. And I'm coming in to help the Barrick. I ulted here just to give us some time to kind of like recoup, and I was gonna contest the point for my Barrick for a bit. So I contest a little bit, see the healer's by himself, dive on the healer. So playing really aggressive here, just looking. I got a pick. We've gotten 2 picks so far, so 3 technically. So we've already won this fight, so we should cap this point as long as I zone. So my job here, I don't have to kill the Leon. I don't have to fight her, to be honest. I just need to gain map control. So I could instantly leave. Well, not necessarily. I don't have cooldowns, but I can go for high ground and I'll be okay. I don't need to fight this. So I realize this and I don't fight it because there's no point. But then I see Zin here, so it's a free pick. So why not? But now I'm just disrupting the backline more now, and the Ruckus not trying to let the tanks come back so they can't contest. The Ruckus. So right here, there's multiple people here. Me and Ashe know, but we're comfortable with being here because Ashe has ult and she can get a stun whenever she wants. So I'm not playing too passive, but when the Ruckus jumps in, I felt kind of the need to just kind of play really close to my Ashe just in case, so she can get an ult. And as soon as Ashe tells me she wants to go, I dive in because I have the trust that she's gonna ult. He jumps in, bam, big slam. We get 2 picks off of that. Push on for the 3rd. Easy. Nice. Alright. So then from here, this is where like playing like a DPS kind of comes into handy. I am almost 100% that the Ashe can hold left side by herself. Especially if I sit right side and spam. So instead of me stacking on her, especially when she has a Victor there, I play right side and I just poke. I just give another angle where the enemy has to look at me. So this is another, I'm being a distraction. Even if I'm not getting picks, I'm forcing them to respect another angle that we have control of. I'm gonna ult here because the card is close, and I want them to kind of panic, use cooldowns and stuff like that to be able to see or be able to take action. Because if not, they have to back up, or if they're overextended, they die. Ruckus goes in. We all look at the Ruckus real quick. Ruckus dies. So now we're up 1. So we don't have to force anything. We can just get healthy. Victor's running into their backline like a madman. So boom, we forced down Nando ult. We killed the Ruckus. They're basically all back right now, and we're all low. So the smart thing to do would be to get healthy. I know this is starting to sound like a VOD review, but I don't know. This is stuff I just want to point out. So because you'll see, I think I make a mistake. So we should be getting healthy, just taking our time. But what I do is I don't know if this is the right decision, so don't think that this is or not. But I hard peek, looking to just get some. Could we lose our support? So I'm just looking to get some extra poke in, see if I can get a pick. I think I do end up killing. We end up killing the Damba. So now no both the teams don't have a support. So now we went from we're at a disadvantage to now we're equal. Now they're dealing with the Ruckus, who's in their backline. I end up dying for it, so I played too aggressively. I don't think I needed to dive the Damba. I felt like I could have just poked, and then if nobody killed him, I should have dove. But I just instantly dove, thinking I needed to, and I didn't have, I guess, the faith in my teammates to finish that kill. If I would have stayed back, I wouldn't have died there. So now we're coming back for the next fight. Poking now, trying to get some picks, get some damage in. Build my ult again. Like I see both the tanks are there. I'm pretty sure I called it out. Let them know. Oh, I wanted to poke out the ruckus there. So basically, I'm just helping Ash control this left side. I saw Victor here, right? So what this told me was if Victor's here, you know, who's looking out for the Leon? So I instantly leave because I had a feeling that our backline was gonna get dove as soon as they figured out where Victor was at. So I just peel for the support. We're up 1, up 2. Must be up 3. So now I'm just helping the front line. Bam. And now we have my ult for the last fight. Ruckus is in the backline just killing people. And we won the game. Nice. So, you know, obviously flanker is not very complicated. Big part of it, like I said, is understanding all the flankers' play styles, whether you're being a assassin, you're being, you know, a backliner, you're being, you know, somebody just, and you know, like an assister, I guess you could say. I don't know what to call it. Like you're just helping your team out. There's many ways you can play. It's not always just flank. As people, they get that like burned into their head that flankers have to flank, and that's not necessarily the 100% truth. Hopefully you enjoyed this game. Me commentating over it, just giving you my thoughts on how flanker should be played and giving you like a physical, visual demonstration of how I played flank per se. But that's pretty much it for the video. These are the stats if you want to see it. That wasn't my best game, but I feel like I played. I don't know what the word would be, but I played well mentally. I feel like mechanically I could have did a lot of things better, but I feel like mentally I made a lot of good decisions and I jumped on people that I should have jumped on, and I appealed for the right people. But yeah, this is episode 2 of Paladins How To, or How To Paladins. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but yeah, and this is how you flank. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. If you liked the video, like it. If you had any problems with it or any suggestions, the comment section is down below. If you want to stay in tune with this little series that I'm doing, or any other type of videos I make, just subscribe, turn the bell on, do whatever you want to do. You're not forced to do anything. Love you guys and see you in the next one. Peace.